Hi, I'm Peg Siciliano. I am a member of the board of the Traverse Area Historical Society and past archivist of the Society. We're here today to offer you a small taste of our very popular Oakwood Cemetery tour with a Halloween twist. Because of the COVID pandemic, we will not be offering these tours this year, but we certainly hope to see you next year. What I'm going to be offering today is just a very small portion of that to give you an idea of what the tour is like. If you like what you hear, please go to our website at www.traversehistory.org and find out more about our organization and how we preserve, protect, and present our local history. We are here at the marker of Dr. Augusta Rosenthal-Thompson. Her story is one of groundbreaking success, heartbreak, and ultimately heart-touching providence, or perhaps, if you wish to look at it this way, supernatural karma. Dr. Augusta Rosenthal was born in Indiana in 1859. She would become one of the first women to graduate from the University of Michigan School of Medicine and one of the first women in the United States or the world to become a doctor. In the late 1870s or early 1880s, she came to northern Michigan to Traverse City as the first female physician in this area. In 1889, she had her only child, Jackie, who unfortunately passed away in 1896 at the age of 6. So she's had her groundbreaking success and now the heartbreak. She had married another doctor, so she and her husband lived on State Street in a house that has now been renovated and redone and is in gorgeous shape. However, their marriage did not survive the death of their son, Jackie. Jackie died from diphtheria. And after his death, Dr. Rosenthal-Thompson, Augusta, decided to go to Europe because that was where the major research in pediatric medicine was being done. And she and her husband were heartbroken that especially as doctors, they hadn't been able to save their son's life. So Dr. Augusta went to Europe, had to fight quite hard to get the training she wanted because women, especially in Europe, still weren't being accepted very well as physicians. She was gone for 2 years. And when she came back to the United States, her husband sued for divorce based on desertion, and they were divorced. But this is where the providence or perhaps the karma of the story comes in. When Dr. Rosenthal-Thompson arrived back in Traverse City, there was a couple there to meet her at the station, friends of hers. Their young son was near death from diphtheria, the same disease that had killed Augusta's own son. Because of the training she had received in Europe during those 2 years, she was able to go to their son and save his life. After her return, eventually Dr. Augusta Rosenthal-Thompson moved to Grand Rapids, where she practiced for many more years, and she eventually died at the age of 95 in 1954. Her body was brought back up here to Traverse City, buried next to her son, Jackie, in an unmarked grave. In the late 1990s, early 2000s, the Traverse Area Genealogical Society member Ginny LeClaire and other members found out about Dr. Augusta Rosenthal-Thompson and that her grave was unmarked. They worked on this for several years, and eventually the Genealogical Society, the Historical Society, and the Zonta Club put together an effort to purchase a marker and to put a marker on this grave of this woman who had such a groundbreaking, if heartbreaking, life.